The house is now divided. College football nation, what's up? Columbus is brighter after a normal win, but after a huge win, it's always a little bit sunnier. It's always a little bit brighter. Make sure y'all like the video. It's your boy, the resident Buckeye fan, Josh, here to talk about what's going to happen in the Grambling State game. It's the number one team versus an FCS school. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm also going to talk about Lou Holtz for a brief second at the very end of this, because I know Ryan Day's not going to address it, so I will for him. I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to keep this sweet. I've already reacted to the Texas game, so if you need to see that, go ahead and check that out. Like I said, let's just keep it short and simple. The one thing that I want to see is us prove depth all around. I want to get young guys out there as soon as possible. Again, Vegas doesn't even have odds for this game. So, like, come on, fam. This is going to be actually, if you want my opinion, it's not going to be a crazy blowout. It's not going to be this 100-0 blowout. We're going to get the young guys out there very early, I hope. There's no reason to put out Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Max Clare. There's just no reason to roll these guys out, if not for anything but maybe the first quarter, even if that. First drive. Then we got to get guys like Bo Jackson, Mylan Graham, Bryson Rogers, Lincoln Keenholtz, obviously, but then Tavian St. Clair. Guys like that on the offenses who I really want to see. And I obviously want to see some offensive line depth. I want to see some defensive line depth, because that's the biggest area of concern. Who are the guys after Caden McDonald and Edric Houston? I don't think you need to really even put Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, CJ Hicks. You don't need to put Sonny Styles out there. You don't need to put Arvell Reese. What are you proving, right? Put Peyton Pierce out there. Put Riley Pettijohn out there on the linebacker core. Put some of the safeties behind Caleb Downs out there. Caleb Downs doesn't need to have much of a day. Put the young cornerback out there. Put Devin Sanchez out there, man. We should be seeing names by the end of this thing that aren't even on the depth chart at this point. Like, that's what I want to see, right? Shout out to Ohio State for having an HBCU in the horseshoe. That's dope. But come on, fam. It's the number one team in the country versus the FCS team. Let's make this a 56-0 game and have most of the scoring be done by a name I don't know. That's how simple this is. You can't even blame us for having a cupcake schedule because we just beat the number one team. So we deserve to have a little bit of a break. And then we got OU after that. So I'm cool with taking the next. You know what's crazy? As Buckeye fans, we've had anxiety for the last 6-7 games straight. So give us a chance to get a little bit of a break. I'm here for it. Michigan, on the other hand, there's a scenario there that I will leave for the live stream. But I have to question my fellow Michigan fans because there's a scenario coming up that I don't think they're really ready for. And I hope they are all praying that they beat Oklahoma, because there's a scenario coming up that I kind of want to see if they agree with. I'm sure they don't, but we'll see. Lou Holtz.
But you remember me telling this. I don't think Ohio State's a great football team. I know the schedule is very, very good, but when you're at home and you're outgained by well over 100 yards, you just can't look at it and say, okay, we're great. We won the game. Everybody look, yeah, they are 1-0, and that's the objective they had going into that game. But they're not a great football team. I would not be overwhelmed about facing Ohio State.
Lou Holtz, you are 88 years old. Applause for that. Applause for that. Applause for that. I'm talking like he's going to watch this. I know he's probably not. But Lou Holtz, you've made it to 88 years old, and that's awesome. Cheers for you to making it to 88. That's dope. I'm not being funny here. That's dope. It's great to have a college football presence, an elder statesman to college football, still around and able to talk shit. Like that's kind of dope on its own merit. You've made it to your big age of 88, and you have never, with your own eyes, seen Ohio State lose to Notre Dame. So this is probably the most transparent rage bait I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, you're doing this the week after your team lost to Miami. Talk to the Hurricanes. Talk to Miami. Tell Miami they're not that good of a team. Why are you even over here? We've beaten you multiple times in the last year alone. So we beat you in the national championship. We beat you in the regular season. We beat you with Kyle McCord. We beat you in the horseshoe. We beat you in front of Touchdown Jesus. Every time you've come to us, we've beaten you. This is the most transparent rage bait I've ever seen in my life, and it's coming from an 88-year-old troll. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I said I was going to keep this thing short, and I meant that. Look, man, it's the number one team versus the FCS team. I don't have much to say, but Michigan, look out. Look out. Y'all playing Oklahoma. John Mateer at Oklahoma. Look out, man. That's all I got to say. On that note, man, I'm out. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful Columbus weather because, again, the clouds go away when the number one team wins the games. Wins the big games at that. So on that note, I'm out. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Peace out.